Namaste. Welcome to my YouTube Consciousness Rising channel. So today I want to share a few tips about how to navigate through the upcoming holiday season. As the holidays approach, I've noticed in my conversations with friends, with clients, everyone is speaking about looking forward to the holidays, recognizing that these holidays are going to be very different to holidays that we've had in the past as a result of the pandemic. So, how can we thrive in spite of our circumstances and our situations? And there are many ways in which we can do this. One of the things that I'm practicing is checking in with our loved ones. One of the questions that I have most welcomed in recent times is, how can I support you? When we ask that question, we set ourselves up for a place of listening. More often than not, we spend time wanting to say rather than listen. Ask that question and listen for the response that comes back. Because when you help and support someone in a way that they want to be supported, it's a win-win for both parties. One of the things I learned a couple of years ago with one of my coaches, Lisa Nichols, and I really enjoyed it, was checking in with your close relationships and asking them, how am I doing? On a scale of 1 to 10, how am I doing? And then, once they have informed you on that, ask them, what can I do to shift us from a 6 to an 8 or an 8 to a 10? And it's such a beautiful gift, again, the gift of giving and receiving and listening. Because ultimately in life, we all want to be heard, seen, felt, and loved. As the year comes to an end and we look forward to a new year that is filled with even more uncertainty, let's do a personal check-in, a personal stock taking. Again, I'm talking about those relationships. Are there relationships in your family dynamic that you would like to transform? The holidays at the best of times bring up a whole pile of feelings. One of the things I've often said is Christmas Day has got to be one of the most overloaded 24 hours I know. We set ourselves up thinking that, with gifts and food and drink and fanfare and holiday and merrymaking, that we can make up for 364 days in one. It's unreasonable. It sets everyone up, and invariably someone gets hurt or disappointed. Just reflect on your own story. Think about those events in your family that marked you the most, and it is usually around a holiday. Someone said something at the dinner table, someone didn't say something at the dinner table. We knew Auntie Mary or Uncle Jack would always show up either intoxicated or make some snide remark that would upset someone. How can you shift that dynamic this year? I feel that one of the greatest lessons that I have had to learn this year is one of humility and grace. And both of those have been infused with deep, deep faith. Having to ask for help, being willing to receive that help, allowing myself to be vulnerable enough to share with some of my best friends what it feels like for me to have to say, I need your help. As a life coach, as a wisdom mentor, as a dynamic personality, there are so many people that look to me, that I support, that the idea that I now have to ask for help, that is my gift and that is my lesson. Gift giving. One of the things we have certainly seen, I've heard so many people mention this, is I don't need another material item. So what are some thoughtful gifts that we can give this year? Perhaps supporting the artisans in your community, treating someone to a series of yoga classes, treating someone to a coaching session with yours truly, or women's circles also with moi. Start to think of gifts that will have impact, lasting impact, because ultimately we want the best for those of us in our community, for those around us, you know. So really give some thought and time to this, inspiring books that they can read. And of course, we have the situations where families will be separated as a result of lockdown, the inability to travel. I'm having a party on the 7th of December, and I'm super excited about that. I will post some more about that. I'm going to do a Zoom party, and it's really to acknowledge and celebrate all of you who have supported me throughout this year. I'm still designing that, but it's going to be fun. I'm thinking of doing it at midday wherever I am in the world. It will be midnight somewhere, it will be midday somewhere, it will be late in the evening somewhere, and early in the morning somewhere else. And that's the essence of the brand, Universal Empress. Global transformation, one breath at a time. So I hope these tips have helped you. Stay tuned to my Consciousness Rising YouTube channel, where I will be posting more videos as we go along. Thanksgiving, upcoming Thanksgiving in the United States. Sometimes a controversial holiday. There are some of us that don't choose to celebrate it. Thanksgiving means a lot to me because having spent a fair bit of time in the United States, my matrilineal lineage spent a lot of time in the United States. My grandmother, my mother, my godmother. It was a holiday that I always really appreciated because somehow it didn't seem to have all of the nuances for me that Christmas had. So I look at this holiday as a time of giving thanks, a time of gratitude. As we reap our harvest from our lessons throughout the year, how can we give back? And there are several ways to give back. One of the offers I have this week, I have the gift of Thrive. If you look on the link below, you will see information. I'm offering 2 50-minute coaching sessions for $199. If you sign up by midnight Friday of this week, what you will receive is 1 free 30-minute sessions. So essentially, you're getting 3 sessions for the price of 2. Incredible offer and investment and gift. So let's give the gift of Thrive, you know, someone who's working on their business who could deal with some support, someone who's writing their novel who could deal with some support, someone that's working on some personal development issues and could use some support. If you're in an area of transition in your life, you want to move from a job to your calling, your vocation, your passion, how do you do this in a responsible way? Talk to me. I've done it. I can support you in how you do that. So, wherever you are in the world, I hope you found this video useful, insightful. It's a joy to be sharing with you here from Bali, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Please, I welcome your comments below. What are some of the things you'd like me to speak about? What are some of the things you'd like to hear me share about? You know, for example, how to have difficult conversations, how to work on self-love, how to develop rituals, how to develop a daily practice of yoga, meditation, and prayer. Let me know what you'd like to hear from me, because I would like to serve you in a way that inspires you, that lifts you up so that you're then able to take your gift and share it with the world. Namaste.